Welcome, everyone, to another deep dive. We're starting today with, well, a fundamental question, really. When love vanishes and you feel like you're fading away, what do you chase first? Love or yourself?
That's a deep one. Can you even find love if you don't know who you are? Or maybe you need to figure yourself out first.
Exactly. Or maybe, just maybe, neither is found. Maybe they're created, forged, perhaps, from the broken pieces of a life that just refuses to completely fall apart.
That idea of forging something from fragments,
Yeah.
it really hits home with the novel we're unpacking today, doesn't it?
Uh,
Zoya's
yeah,
ZAZI.
it really does. It's fiction, yes, but wow, does it resonate with real struggles? Struggles about identity, about bouncing back.
We've really dug into it, excerpts, the author's own notes, even how the book is put together.
Right. And our mission today, it's to pull out the key insights from Zazi's journey. We're talking resilience, self-discovery, figuring out who you are when life throws everything at you.
But we want to show you how Zazi navigated, well, just so much uncertainty and betrayal to eventually somehow find herself.
It's quite a story.
And it kicks off in what the book calls a hollow beginning. Seeds of absence, you could say.
Yeah, Zazi's early life. It sets a tough scene. Father, never interested. Mother, Victoria, just vanishes when Zazi was, what, yay high?
Which turns out to be 4 years old.
Yeah.
Just four. Imagine that void.
It's hard to fathom, and the book shows how that absence lingers, doesn't it? Even with her grandparents providing for her materially.
Oh, absolutely. They gave her things, sure. But that emotional connection, it wasn't there in the same way. The book talks about their tough love approach.
Using hurtful words to toughen her up. That sounds counterproductive.
Well, yeah. It kind of reinforced this feeling in Zazie, this wondering, would her real parents have been different? That internal question, that's the real weight she carries early on.
And the rest of the family wasn't exactly welcoming either. Uncle Maurice sent Tamara, treating her like the enemy.
Barely acknowledging her.
Yeah.
And there's that added layer, isn't there? Maurice wasn't her biological grandfather's son. He was a stepson.
Right. Which adds this undercurrent of tension. Zazie felt it, like she didn't quite belong, even thinking maybe he disliked her just for being his biological niece.
It definitely sets a complicated stage. And all this time, Zazie's just longing for her parents to come back. A wish that, as the author hints, is going to unleash, well,
All hell, as the book puts it. Ominous. And that leads us right into the next phase, doesn't it? The breaking point.
this is where Zazie's life just shatters, really. Trauma hits hard.
Victoria, the mother, comes back when Zazi's 9, but it's chaotic.
Very chaotic. And immediately Zazie's uprooted, moved to Cape Town, a completely different life, from suburbs to a shack in a township.
And the horror starts almost right away. Byron, her mother's husband,
Yeah,
the abuse.
yes. Sexual abuse, starting when she's 9. It went on for 2 years. The book is quite explicit about the details. Her innocence just stolen.
Exposed to pornography, exploited for Byron's friends. It's sickening to even think about for a 9-year-old.
The novel really conveys the depth of that violation, how it changes everything for a child. It's not just the act, it's the shattering of trust, of safety.
And the environment itself. You mentioned the township.
Yeah, a world away from what she knew. Domestic violence, gang violence, constant gunshots. She even witnessed a murder.
Things she'd only seen on TV before.
Exactly. And while the book notes this awful stuff became the norm for people living there, for Zazie, it was just utterly overwhelming.
And somehow amidst all this, she's forced to be a caretaker for her younger sister, Zara.
Yes, a victim herself. Yet she's taking care of Zara, even getting angry at Zara sometimes. She feels, and the book uses these words, thrown to the wolves and abandoned by her mother.
Just heartbreaking. How does anyone cope?
Well, that's where we see these flickers of resilience, these fragile connections she starts to make, searching for any kind of sanctuary.
It's amazing that instinct to find light somewhere. School becomes that place for her, right? Talfala, then Louis Rex.
Yes, her sanctuary. It wasn't easy at first. There's a bit about her misunderstanding slang, thinking yeses was swearing, that sort of thing.
Oh, yeah, navigating a new social world on top of everything else.
But eventually she finds some comfort there, friends,
Yeah.
even moments of happiness, surprisingly.
And her interactions with teachers are interesting, too, like Mr. Griever and Mr. Hartnick.
They are. She shows this unexpected sympathy for Mr. Griever, despite the accusations against him. And she observes the rumors swirling around Mr. Hartnick. It shows her developing perspective, I think.
Like she's seeing the flaws in the adult world, even while needing their protection.
Exactly. She's developing this sort of nuanced moral compass, even amidst her own suffering. But that sanctuary, it wasn't completely sealed off, was it?
No, the outside trauma kept seeping in. The abuse from Dwayne at the game shop continued.
And Byron's friends constantly taunting her, calling her names, whore, slut. It just never fully stopped.
Then, in 2014, she gets to go back to Queenstown. That must have been a relief.
A huge relief, yes. But the book is clear. She's changed. She's no longer that innocent child. The trauma's left its mark. She feels constantly frisky, the book says, and ashamed of it.
And new family dynamics, too, with the twins arriving, Amanda and Anton.
Right, her grandmother's sister's kids. Amanda often sided with Aunt Tamara against ZAZI, kind of ganging up on her.
Oh, great. More conflict.
But Anton was different. He was protective, a bit of an ally for her, which must have meant a lot.
Definitely. But then there's another betrayal brewing. The nanny, Sinavuyo.
Ah, yes. This one's insidious. Sinavuyo, who was looking after Beale, was just awful to ZAZI.
So?
Consistently unkind is how the book puts it, calling her a guest, a charity case, a parasite, even hit her.
Unbelievable. From a nanny.
And in a moment of sheer desperation, ZAZI blurts out the family secret about Maurice not being the grandfather's biological child. Trying to defend herself, I suppose.
How did that go down?
Badly. Sinavuyo twists the story, tells the grandmother. And the grandmother accuses ZAZI of hating the family.
Oh, no. So ZAZI gets blamed.
Yeah. She feels this overwhelming guilt, even though she was the one attacked. It really hits that painful spot. What happens when the people who should protect you end up hurting you instead?
It's just layer upon layer of betrayal, which must lead her to a real turning point, a crossroads.
Precisely, a crossroads of choice, pushing her towards finding out who she actually is amidst all this chaos.
There's even another brief, horrible return to Cape Town, isn't there? More abuse from Byron.
Yes, and threats this time. And her mother, Victoria, just completely indifferent, apparently only worried about where Byron was, not about ZAZI at all.
That level of abandonment is just staggering, and then adolescence kicks in, adding another layer of difficulty.
Right. She starts her period at 13, and her grandmother's constantly on her case. Close your legs. Sit like a lady.
More scrutiny, more discomfort, just when she's already dealing with so much shame and trauma related to her body.
Exactly. And the school environment, her supposed sanctuary, it starts mirroring the chaos, too.
How so? Like specific incidents?
Yeah, the book mentions canteen vandalism, another student bringing a taser, a teacher slapping a pupil, another student being openly disrespectful. ZAZI worries about everyone getting punished for the actions of a few. That sense of injustice again.
It's like there's no escape from the feeling that things are unfair and unpredictable.
None. And then comes that really painful public humiliation incident with Brandon.
Ah, yes. Tell us about that.
A classmate, Tandokazi, basically pretends to relay messages from Brandon, who ZAZI has a crush on, but it's all fake.
Oh, that's cruel.
Culminates in Tandokazi publicly making fun of ZAZI's crush, making her feel disgusting and gullible, and Brandon just stays silent initially.
Which must have felt like another huge betrayal.
Huge. She was shattered to the core, the book says. It echoes all the other times she's been let down or made to feel worthless.
It's these repeated blows, these fragments of pain that really force the issue, don't they? This internal journey.
Absolutely. And that brings us right back to the title, ZAZI, which means...
Know thyself.
Exactly. All this trauma, being forced to grow up way too fast, it pushes her onto this path. Not one she shows, but a path towards piecing together who she is. Self-reclamation born out of necessity.
Which incredibly leads towards a whisper of hope. Forgiveness as a path to freedom.
It's a gradual shift. She eventually gets back to Queenstown again, and something inside her has changed. It's subtle, but profound.
Finding strength not by ignoring the pain, but maybe because she's wrestled with it for so long.
That's a good way to put it. And the pivotal moment is her decision to forgive her mother, Victoria.
That must have been incredibly difficult.
Immense. But the book stresses she does it not for her mother's sake, but for her own.
To let go of the burden.
Exactly. Like shedding a heavy coat is the metaphor used. It's about reclaiming her own peace, her own agency. It's not about excusing what happened, but about freeing herself from the bitterness.
And does that change how she relates to the rest of her family?
It seems to. She starts to notice, even appreciate, the everyday sounds, Amanda and Anton arguing, her grandmother's sharp but loving voice. There's a sense of acceptance.
Accepting the messy reality, scars and all. Finding love within the imperfection.
Yes, and what makes this whole narrative even more powerful is the connection to the author, along Zoya.
Right. Their backgrounds are remarkably similar, aren't they?
Strikingly so. Mother leaving around the same time, raised by grandparents, the move from Lady Freer to Queenstown, the Christian household.
So the novel feels almost like, well, a way of processing her own experiences.
It certainly seems that way. Like Zazie, Awanko turned to creative expression. Dancing, drawing, poetry. She wrote one called Forgotten, even music, like a song called Tears of a Broken Heart.
Wow, it's like she lived the principle of know thyself and then applied that knowledge, transforming pain into art.
It's a powerful example of that, definitely. Taking understanding and actually doing something with it, shaping your own narrative.
So Zazi's journey mirroring Awank's resilience. It's this incredible arc from abandonment and horrific trauma to finding herself, forgiving, and maybe finding a different kind of wholeness.
A hard-won wholeness, absolutely. Moving through immense pain to emerge, well, not unscathed, but certainly not broken.
It really is an amazing story. And maybe the thought to leave everyone with today is this. The book suggests healing really kicks off when you stop running from the pain.
Yeah, when you start instead trying to uncover the pieces of yourself that got buried underneath it all.
So perhaps the question for you listening is what pieces of your own story, your own narrative, might you be ready to uncover and maybe even transform?